Hey everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. My name is Adeze Michael Oyozuru, your favorite educator, and today we're going to be looking at a topic very, very important. Okay, it is a topic that determines the state at which your child goes into, a topic that determines the quality and the values your child is raised with. Okay, now that topic is effective discipline. We're going to be looking at the topic effective discipline. All right, discipline is one of the toughest challenges I have encountered, as an educator. When you take complaints and all that, when you counsel parents, you talk to them, it is one of the greatest challenges that parents have to go through, the challenge of discipline. Discipline can frustrate, discourage, and humble even the strongest of parents. And it is important that we're able to talk about how, to tell that a discipline style is effective. Now, what exactly is discipline? Discipline means to train someone, in this case, to train your child to obey rules or a code of behavior. Discipline means to train a child to obey certain rules or follow a code of behavior. Now, you can say that discipline is effective only if it achieves its aim of correcting the child and instilling the code of conduct you want to instill in that child. Okay, now there are five basic discipline philosophies, and we're going to be looking at a couple of them as time permits. Okay, there are five basic discipline philosophies, and so we're going to be looking at the categories of discipline approaches based on certain circumstance and children. Remember, children are unique and their discipline approach is specific to a particular child. Now, that you discipline child A in a particular manner does not automatically mean that you should discipline all your children using the same discipline approach. That's what we're going to be looking at, the five varying discipline approaches, and so that you're able to determine which of them is most applicable for your child. Now, the first discipline approach we're looking at is the boundary based discipline. Boundary based discipline. Boundary based discipline. Now, the truth is, children need boundaries to feel safe. No matter how much you think you love that child, no matter how special you think that child is, children need boundaries to feel safe. Now, if they do not know what the boundaries are, they tend to keep testing and pushing until they find out what the boundary is. That's the amazing thing about children. Now, when they get into a space and they do not know the boundaries in that space, they keep testing their luck. They keep trying things out and pushing until they finally discover what exactly their boundaries are. So why allow the child keep doing that when you can establish your boundaries and everybody's fine? Okay? For example, a child wonders, what happens if I just throw my spoon away while eating? And the child throws the spoon and nothing happens. Okay. By the next time, the child will say, I threw my spoon, nothing happened. Let me try throwing my entire plate of food. And the child throws the entire plate and nothing happens. Next time, the child wants to push his luck further to see how much, boundaries you have as a parent. So, as a parent, it is important for boundary based discipline that you instill your boundaries early enough. Let your boundaries be clear to the child. Let your boundaries be clear to the child. For example, a child might try to test his boundaries by a child finishes a coloring assignment and leaves the colors, the crayons, scattered or littered all over the place, and you do nothing about it. The next day, the child will not only litter the crayons, he will litter some more things because he knows that you did nothing about the crayons he littered. Okay, now it is simple to make these boundaries clear. For example, hello, darling, please return the crayons to the drawer after using them. It's a simple and a clear boundary. Ensure you return the crayons to the drawer after using them. Now, when you've done that and you notice that that did not do the trick, then you add a consequence. Now, remember that the consequence must be a logical fit for the misbehavior. The challenge is that most parents discipline their parents and bring up consequences out of anger that doesn't even match the misbehavior the child has done. So it's important that whatever consequence you're putting up when establishing your boundaries are fit for the misbehavior. For example, a child refused to return the crayons after using them. One consequence that fits the behavior, for instance, is deny the child coloring time, especially for a child that loves to paint. Okay, now another way you can establish boundaries beyond bringing up consequences is offer choices. Offer choices. For example, hey darling, it's either you return the crayons or you lose coloring time for the next 4 days. And with a smile on your face, you're establishing that boundary. It is either you return the coloring pencils or you lose coloring time for the next 4 days. That way, the child knows that it's either I return the crayon or I lose coloring time. And parents, it's important that when you bring up consequences, stay true to those consequences. If you have set no coloring time for 4 days because the child refused to return the crayon and the child doesn't return them, ensure you stay true to those 4 days. That way, your child knows that you have established a clear boundary. I don't know if this makes sense. It's important that you stay true. Oftentimes, as parents, we threaten we pretend that we're going to rain thunder and brimstone. We threaten and threaten. I will do this. I will do that. And at the end of the day, you do nothing. Your child knows. Mommy will just say. At the end of the day, she really does nothing. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So, looking at the time, I think we're going to stop here for today. We're able to establish one of the discipline approaches, which is the boundary based discipline. I hope you learned something and you're going to try this out at home. Please try it out and let's see how it goes. I'm going to be coming to you with other videos in my channel. So if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly hit the subscribe button and push on the bell notification. That way you're going to be the first to know when I put up a video first. Do enjoy the rest of your day. I still remain your favorite educator, Adeze Michael Onyezu. Enjoy the rest of the day. Bye.